Back in February, as Attorney General Dana Nessel started to shuffle the prosecutorial pieces in the Flint water crisis investigation, we were told it was not a complete restart. Well, just a few weeks ago, that's pretty much what Nessel announced, dumping the existing cases and basically starting things from scratch. That means taking an eraser to the work of her predecessor, Bill Schuette, and former Attorney General Bill Schuette is my guest this morning. Good to have you here, Bill. Thanks very much for coming.
Great being with you, Devin. Thank you.
What was your first reaction when you heard that all of those cases were being dropped and basically it was going to start over?
Well, you know, I was surprised because a do-over, starting over when this investigation produced, 59 charges against 15 people. We got 5 convictions, and we were ready to go for more in terms of trials. It was a surprise, and my focus is always about, okay, think about the families of Flint. You know, there are still in Flint today people who only drink water from a plastic bottle, and this is a community that feels, I think, powerless and marginalized with assembly lines shutting down and a shrinking city. And this is all about delivering justice for families of Flint, and that really needs to be the perspective you keep all the time.
In fact, I know you don't really want to get into a tit-for-tat with the current Attorney General, but I think it's kind of impossible not to look at this and see it as a slap at the way that your office had proceeded with the case. Isn't this sort of, are you feeling an insult of all this?
No, I don't take stuff personally, but here's the thing that's very important. During my terms as Attorney General, there were 3 big investigations. The Catholic Church,
right.
The Nassar MSU investigation, and I'm the guy who put Nassar behind bars for the rest of his life, and the Flint water investigation. And in each one of these investigations, we assembled a top flight team, experienced investigator like Andy Arena, former head of the FBI, 2 judges former judges to review our work, David Layton, the prosecutor in Genesee County, the city of Flint, and Todd Flood, a respected former prosecutor here in Wayne County. So we had a strong team, and we pursued it, and we only went where the facts led us, and when evidence and the facts matched the jury instructions, then we filed charges. And so we were always fighting. There are some fights worth fighting for. Justice for families of Flint is worth fighting for.
But there were a couple of things that kind of made this a sort of mucky case, for lack of a better word. For starters, you were in the middle of a campaign for governor, and you had people saying that really, even some Republicans in the state were criticizing you for kind of trying to play this to some sort of political advantage, even though you had handed it off to Todd Flood and had others proceeding with it, that there was a bit of gamesmanship in this because you were trying to get the next governor.
Yeah, and again, just not true. That's never the case. Politics never entered into it, and frankly, politics, the accusation never entered into the Catholic Church investigation or the MSU Nassar investigation. So there never one shred of politics because of the people there. Andy Arena, impeccable reputation, David Layton, a Democrat who we worked with on this, and plus the team we had was always by the book, no politics whatsoever. Frankly, the politics, the political thing would have been to do nothing. And I'm not going to turn my back on the fact that 12 people died, thousands of kids were poisoned. I'm going to stand up for families of Flint, period.
You mentioned the 5 convictions. We ended up with people just being convicted. Now, we didn't know what was going to happen with the other 8, but we ended up with people just convicted of misdemeanors. Nobody spent any time in jail. Do you think people really were being held accountable so far?
I think it's all about accountability, because that's what Flint is all about. Because when laws were broken, then you put together a case. It's police work, it's legal work, investigative work, and you go right by the book. And so, families in Flint understand that I fought for them, and I'm going to continue to always stand up for them. It doesn't matter who the Attorney General is or the governor or who the defendants are. It's all about families of Flint. They deserve justice.
The law, I suppose, treats criminality and just ineffectual, bad decision-making the same, doesn't it? I mean, did you see criminality in what happened in Flint, or did you just see mostly ineffectual leadership and bad decisions?
Well, we filed charges when laws were broken, and the allegations that we filed.
Did it not rise above a misdemeanor? I mean, we had the state's former health director and the state's top doctor both being charged at the time with involuntary manslaughter, and that never
And we had 5 convictions, others charges pending where we had bindovers. Probable cause, overwhelming probable cause was determined by a district court judge, and that was on appeal, and everyone was waiting for that. But I guess the point here is that we had solid charges, and you only filed charges when the evidence matches the jury instructions and the elements of crime. And again, we had a reviewing team that was exhaustive, thorough, painstakingly thorough, and that's the team we had, and that's important for everyone to understand that this was a top-notch investigation, just like the Catholic Church and just like MSU and Nassar.
The other mucky part of this, though, had nothing to do with the fact that you were running for governor, and that was a structural issue. The fact that these were state decisions that were being made, state officials, statewide officials, and here was the job of another state official to both prosecute and defend the state at the same time in a weird way, right?
Well, these things, this is a complicated case. Because, and frankly, the biggest criminal case in Michigan's history, and never before has a city in the United States of America had its water system poisoned because of the failure to put an anti-corrosive in the water to protect from lead leaching into the water. And so that was a huge, huge problem. That's why this made this different than anything else. But our charges were solid, and we had a thorough review team. And, frankly, our justice system demands nothing less than standing up for families, frankly, when laws were violated, impacted the public health.
A lawyer suggested to me that the only reason you would pull these cases back is if you started to smell a loser. You were confident, I'm assuming, on these 8 cases proceeding as they were.
Oh, absolutely. We had a strong case on all of our charges, and you kind of go step by step by step, and we had solid charges. We were very confident that it would go to trial.
PBS recently did well, not recently, a couple months ago, did a program, a documentary on what happened in Flint, and they kind of suggested that the 12 deaths attributed to Legionnaires may have been a big undercount, that there may have been other deaths that might have been attributed to other diseases. Are you confident that we have a full understanding of the toll that all of this took yet?
Well, that's what investigations are all about.
Yeah.
It was ongoing, and criminal charges have been filed. We're ready to go to trial, and that's why we had a team of courtroom experienced, solid folks, women and men with great experience ready to go to trial. And who knows what other evidence might come down in the future. And then when new evidence might come forward, what does a prosecutor do? Every prosecutor then amends the charges. You don't just dismiss it. Rather, you keep fighting for families and fighting for justice.
After all of this time now that has passed, and I know that these investigations, as you say, were still going on, have you been able to arrive at a conclusion as to really where the breakdown was and who was ultimately responsible for what happened to the people of Flint?
Well, what my job was to make sure I assembled a team of experienced folks to review the evidence, review the facts, file charges if need be, and then
what I'm assuming you are as familiar with all the facts in this case as anybody out there right now.
Absolutely. And
so
then it goes to the trial process, and then the system, the justice system comes into play. A trial by a jury of your peers, a judge enters this issue, and then a final decision is warranted, just like any other alleged crime. Now, these cases, no case is easy. Everyone is difficult, and everyone you take seriously, and that's what we did when I was Attorney General.
I'm going to ask it then one more time.
Sure.
Though. Ultimately, what caused the problem to your way of thinking from this?
Okay, fair question. The allegations that we put forward in court and the charges we filed is the failure of responsibility for this anti-corrosive not being placed in the water resulted in kids being poisoned, and 12 people died. Those are the allegations. We stand by them. And again, some fights are worth fighting for, and I was proud to stand with the families of Flint.
And it's still baffling to think, because that was such an inexpensive decision that was made at the time. Lastly,
yes, sir.
The governor, some people see culpability with the governor. Other people say, well, I don't expect my governor to be a hydro engineer. You hadn't charged him, clearly, obviously, but did you feel that culpability rose to the level of Governor Snyder's office?
We only filed charges when the evidence matched the facts and the jury instructions.
Which means thus far it didn't.
And you never target anybody, because that's unfair. That's not our system of justice. And we just did it very methodically and went by the book, kind of like Dragnet Joe Friday, just by the book.
And no regrets to you with the way that it was handled at all at this point?
Absolutely. I mean, nothing to apologize for, because this is about delivering justice for families of Flint, just like we did for Nassar, just like we did for the Catholic Church.
Former Attorney General Bill Schuette, thanks very much for the time.
Good being
Good
with
to
you.
have you here. You bet.
Thank you, Devin.
We'll be back with more on Flashpoint right after this.